All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 15-minute BJ, and today, once again, I am joined by the lovely, the talented Robin Whitehouse.
Hi. Did you like those sweet guitar licks?
Yeah.
I'm playing BJ's Gibson, so it's like you have to do that stuff, but I can't do that stuff.
Absolutely have to do that. When you play a Gibson, it doesn't matter who you are, where you are, or what type of Gibson, you turn into a Guitar Center player. You just grab a Gibson and you turn into like that guy at the Guitar Center who's like, I'm going to try every amp and play the same riff over and over. Oh, he starts with one of these.
Oh, dude, sweet tone on this.
See, it doesn't sound as good when I do it on the acoustic.
Wait, let me try the pickup. No, I like this one. Yeah. Okay, I'll shut up now.
Yeah, see, those Gibsons.
This isn't actually Guitar Center.
Get you every time. We are recording live from Guitar Center. Anyway, yeah, hi. How you doing, Mr. Robin Whitehouse?
Oh, I'm good.
It's been a while since we've seen you last.
It has been a while. Thanks for having me back.
Made the trip down from Santa Cruz again for us.
Oh, so many times. So many miles.
I'm very glad you can make it for us because we are very happy to have you. We're very lucky to have you. A very talented and also good-looking man like yourself gracing the studio. It's always a pleasure.
Very happy to be here.
So last time we had you, we talked a little bit about what you do in terms of your musical technical side. And today, I feel like I really want to dive into more of what you do on just the musical creative side because you are a very, very talented musician. And I feel like that kind of gets overlooked by a lot of people that we know. And even myself sometimes, I feel like I look at you and I'm like, oh yeah, Robin, he's like the bomb-ass producer and like, you know, engineer. But then like, I see you pick up a guitar and you do shit that just like amazes me every time. I'm like, oh yeah, he plays everything. He's so good. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we are very, very blessed to have Robin in here today. I'm going to have him play you guys a few licks on that Gibson.
Oh, boy.
And you're all going to love it. So before we do that, I want to get a little backstory on you. Give them a quick rundown on how your musical career started once again.
Okay. My mom had a piano, and I wanted to play it, and so they got me lessons and forced me to continue playing. And I didn't practice that much, which was unfortunate. But then I got into 8th grade, and some dude played guitar, and girls were like, ooh, he plays guitar. And I was like, but I play music. I could do better than that. Because like I was a really egotistical douchebag. So I picked up a guitar specifically.
As most guitars are.
Yeah. I picked up a guitar specifically because other people could play it and I couldn't. And then eventually, you know, like bass guitar goes along with that. And then my Blink-182 obsession kind of fit into that
bass
whole thing.
Bass guitars for guitar players who just don't want to practice.
Which is what turned out to be the case in my original band sort of arrangement kind of thing. And from there, then, like, you know, shortly after that, I got a drum set. I bought a little child's Chinese drum set on eBay, and my dad was like,
"You bought a Chinese child drum set?"
Yeah. It was like, no, it was like a really super small drum set for a kid, and it was the worst piece of crap ever. But I played on it for a while, and my dad finally was like, "Okay, all right, it looks like he wants to play."
He sounds like a little Chinese boy. Let's get him an American drum set.
So he bought an American drum set made in China, and
China. That's how all the best American stuff is made. We're gonna make America great again, one Chinese product at a time.
And we outfitted my room with carpet and sound absorption board beneath it, and you know, removed the closet. And I was in 10th grade and moved the drum set into my room.
Most people come out of the closet, but this time the closet came out of you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. And so my room just slowly became a production studio for both music and stuff. And I had, you know, guitar amps and the drum set, and I eventually started trying to record on my computer.
Always been envious of your musical equipment and your ability to stack them just on top of each other in the tiniest of spaces.
Yeah, it's like I have a weird obsession of like collecting all this stuff, and then it's got to fit somewhere, and I really hate clutter, so I always had to figure out how to make it work. And more recently I'm going with the less is more sort of philosophy, trying to offload my old equipment, but I just like I see new instruments and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. So I got into Baroque music sometime after high school.
Figure you're a Baroque musician, might as well play Baroque music, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that joke never gets old.
Ever.
And
that's the first time you've ever heard it.
I've never heard it before. And so I started playing recorder. Again, I played recorder as a kid. I forgot to mention that. Along with piano lessons, I got recorder lessons. And then they were like, oh, you're good. We're going to upgrade you to flute. And I figured out years later that I didn't want to upgrade to flute. I wanted to keep playing recorder. And that recorder's the stupid instrument that everyone plays in elementary school, right? You get a classroom full of kids going, and you're like, this is hell. I would rather take literal hell than spend 5 minutes in this classroom. But that's the instrument that I really enjoyed playing, and I came back to it. And of course, Baroque music is the the thing that instrument wants, not row 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 your boat. And
I don't know though. Have you heard "Row Row Row Your Boat"? I heard Miss
pretty darn good
Applebee's
song.
third grade class is doing good. Miss Applebee's. That's when you run out of fake names, you start calling people restaurants. Miss Outback.
And I sort of never wanted necessarily to be in a band or anything, because I practiced drums. I loved playing drums, and people were like, "Dude, do you play in a band?" And I was like, "Well, no, not really." And I played in a band with a couple of my friends, Jeff and Brian. As We Came was the band. Shout out for a while, and that was really fun. But that wasn't the epitome of me playing the drums. It was really fun. I loved doing it, and it was like it made all the work pay off. But I've still played drums outside of that because I've got other, I guess the point was to be able to record music with it, and that's where I've always gone with it. Is okay, I can play some little bit of guitar, but if I splice it up, then it sounds like I played a really good solo. When I didn't really, I just played a bunch of parts that sounded kind of cool, and I put them together.
You sell yourself short, sir. You could play a very nice solo, because even the worst solo chopped up doesn't sound as good as a nicely played solo. See, that's beautiful. You could be in Van Halen already.
Van Halen's jealous.
Yeah, your drum work is still really well too. I would say your finest work had to be with an artist very near and dear to my heart, BJ Jezbera.
I know that guy.
Yeah, he has an album coming out in April, so you guys are going to be able to hear Robin's drums on that, actually. You played for me on every song, which is awesome because I like having you in my music.
Thank you, and I like being in your music. It's really cool to hear your music go up and go, hey, not only did I get to produce that and help make it sound the way that it is, working with you, and hey, can we hear it this way? Can we get this kind of sound? Can we focus on this? But also to have, there's drum fills and little hits that I did to try to emphasize what you're doing, and that's the support. That's the job of a supporting musician, is to make stuff that communicates the message that you're trying to get across. And it's really fun to hear the final product, and it's this is BJ's music, this is his thing, and I don't even need a credit on it, but it's awesome to hear that, hey, there's that part that I had come up with. And
it's in every song.
Song.
CV Soundtrack was the first thing we recorded together, and you're still pretty much on every song in some way or another.
Yeah.
And we did our little DJ skits and stuff, so you definitely have a strong presence on that CD as well. So I like the theme. But yeah, this one's nice because you're in every song, not just as a producer, but you're actually in there as a esteemed artist. So
yeah,
it's awesome because we do the live streams every time I come up and visit you, which are always fun.
That's
and
super
if you guys
fun.
don't know about these, they're on my YouTube channel. You can find 2 of them.
There are 2
They're
now.
about an hour long each, but they're little shows that we recorded in Robin's house, and you'll get to see his technical prowess because those live recordings sound better than some of the recorded recordings I've done myself. So it's very nice to be able to sound good, and you definitely helped me get there.
Cool, thank you.
But speaking of sounding good, this is the musical episode. So I happen to know that my friend's favorite band is Metallica. No, it's Queen. So
that's right.
Without further ado, I'd like to put you on the spot and have you play us a Queen riff, and we'll see if our listeners at home can name it. We're not going to name the name. We're just going to play it. And if it shows up in the comment section below, you're the smartest person on YouTube, I guess. We'll call you out in the next episode if you're correct. If you're wrong, we'll still call you out, but we'll make fun of you.
I'm gonna make this a really short one because, to be honest, I have not played guitar in a long time. I've not practiced, and I've not kept up on my Queen licks because I've just been I've been working.
He hasn't
all
been
the
licking
time.
the Queen, ladies.
But if you recognize this short little spligget, is that a word?
Spligget, yeah.
If
you know this song, you're good.
All right, what is it?
Oh, I know that.
You better know it.
Of course I do.
That actually appeared.
It's in A Knight's Tale. If you guys have never seen that movie,
I've never seen that movie.
You would like it.
That riff is actually in the song "You and I" by Lady Gaga.
Oh yeah,
and it was played by Brian May.
Oh, poor him.
Just saying. I kind of like her. I admit it. I kind of like her.
I guess we're gonna be honest. I like some of the things she does and some of the things she's about, but.
But not all of it.
Not all of it.
Not
and
all
the things
of it.
that I don't like seem to outweigh, even though there's far fewer of them. They just seem to be stronger.
Yeah. Those are the ones with 87
You can have the best
billion
attitude,
views
but
on
as soon as
YouTube.
you start wearing meat dresses, that's when you lose me. I'm sorry.
Unless it's cooked meat and I'm allowed to eat it, then that's
or
all
unless
right.
you're being cooked in the meat dress, then that's a statement. The meat was still wasted in the making that dress. I just want people to know that was not a very vegan or animal-friendly thing to do because she's still walking around in about 30 pounds of cow. So, think about that, Lady Gaga.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Anyway, before we just get on a tangent of shaming pop stars, which we could do all day.
That's fine.
Maybe we'll do another episode where we just shame pop stars. We'll just call them out. And I know they're listening. Taylor Swift, you're on our radar. We know we're on yours.
We are not playing your guitar.
How crazy would that be if we get a comment like, fuck you guys from Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift Vivo.
That's how we break. Taylor Swift hates us. We just got to start beef with really popular musicians.
And we'll get famous that way.
That's how it works in the hip-hop community.
Perfect.
You just call out people like Tupac and Biggie, and then, they can't defend themselves anymore, so you just win that fight every time.
Perfect. That's great. Let's do it.
Beef with dead people. Although Taylor Swift's not dead. Yet.
Not yet. When she hears this next riff.
And the cops show up because we're threatening to kill Taylor Swift. You can't kill my queen. All right, well, we're getting pretty lost here. I'm going to keep this up with some more music. What is your favorite riff to play? And I know it doesn't have to be anybody else's riff. I know sometimes you like to jam on your own stuff too, and I like listening to that.
Yeah.
So when you pick up a guitar, what is the song or the riff that you just start playing and you just instant boner? Hell yeah.
That was from a later As We Came song.
Almost sounds like a Crash Bandicoot song too.
I mean, every single musical thing that I come up with on its own just sounds cheesy. It's all cheesy. It's perfect for children's musical theater and not much else.
Love it.
And so
think about Blink 182.
I know that's pretty cheesy too. I guess that's probably sort of where it comes from.
I mean,
yeah.
Come on.
But like that's why I like collaborating with musicians and adding supplemental stuff is because they can kind of keep me down and be like, no, it's a little too cheesy. Pull it down a little, and then I get rid of some of the frittly stuff and keep it.
I will never criticize your cheese. In fact, I bring the cheese out. That's why on our next CD we're gonna have a lot of Muppet background singing.
Oh yeah,
matter of time.
That's
I just
true.
can't wait until the CD gets out and people can hear that.
I guess that is kind of cheesy.
Oh, super! We do like the high falsetto cowboy vocals. Yeah, you guys are gonna really, really enjoy this album. Not just because the songs are fucking crazy, but because they sound crazy good. This is the best sounding recording I've ever had.
I have to say, I'm super proud of the recordings myself, and they are not top 40 pristine quality, but compared to like early Blink-182 recordings, I'm like, we did a good job.
Well, and our idea was to not be top 40 pristine sounding quality. We
That's-
wanted to go
that's
that
true.
opposite direction
Yeah.
because we want people to know this was produced by real people in a real location, with real lack of money. So
Yeah.
it sounds
extreme lack of money.
very nicely produced for two dudes that just survived on bean and cheese for a week and
It's good bean and cheese.
was good bean and cheese.
It wasn't NorCal bean and cheese. It was your bean and cheese.
Oh, yeah, I brought those specifically from Chula Vista this time. The first time I went up there, I didn't know. I didn't know how the food was going to be.
You learned.
I learned very
It's terrible.
quickly. Yeah, so
Don't do it.
I bring the ingredients now. I know my shit. Well, I guess in the spirit of a 15-minute BJ, we're getting pretty close to the end here. Let's play them out with another song, and we'll have another episode, I'm sure, where we can discuss more of Robin's musical prowess. I know he's very, very excited to share the word of Baroque music, just about as excited as I am to share the word of folk music. So,
Oh,
yeah,
Baroque
we'll get him in here for
music.
some Baroque music soon, but let's get more of that tasty Gibson guitar playing, and I'm going to play some random chords, and you're going to follow along because that's how I like to do it. I like to put you on the spot.
Oh, boy. Oh.
Let's see. We'll make it real simple. I'll play two chords.
Okay. Crap. What the heck is that?
I think it's a D something, like a D minor something.
I went to school for this stuff, but I can't hear it anymore. Okay.
A something.
I'm gonna have to hit this little button over here.
Oh, we're gonna get jazzy, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. See? Our next element is going to be all elevator music.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for checking out this episode of the 15-Minute BJ. And thank you, Robin Whitehouse, for joining us and providing us with stories and tasty licks. I'm sure we'll be seeing you again soon. Oh, yeah. Hit that 3 or space bar, whatever.